A very good evening and a warm welcome to State of Business on Art Television. I'm Mariam Vijayaratna. Let's have a look at the headlines first. President consults DCC chairpersons on 2026 budget plans. Sri Lanka-China economic ties strengthen in high-level talks. News in detail. President Andrekumara Dissanayake emphasizes the importance of prioritizing the basic and urgent needs of the people which were neglected for a long time at the district level. President Dissanayake also assures that the budget 2026, which is to come, would be a people-centric budget. A discussion was held yesterday at Presidential Secretariat between President Andrekumara Dissanayake, chairpersons of district coordination committees and senior officials of the Ministry of Finance to gather proposals and ideas for the budget 2026. The current regime in power presented the budget 2025 just after two major elections, and most said that it was hurriedly presented. Accordingly, President Dissanayake has assured the district coordination committees that the best budget will really be a people-centric budget and it would attend to a lot of issues faced by the general public. Extensive discussions were held on the development projects currently underway across various districts. The dialogue focused on identifying essential infrastructure requirements and other critical development needs and ensuring their implementation through the forthcoming budget allocations. Among those present were Secretary to the President Dr. Nandika Sanat Kumar Nayaka, Secretary to the Ministry of Finance Mahinda Sirivardana, Senior Additional Secretary to the President Russell Aponsu, Director General of the Department of Public Finance E. A. Ratnasila, and Assistant Director General of the Department of National Budget M. Anoma Nandani, along with other senior officials from the Ministry of Finance. Sri Lanka Tourism Promotion Bureau hosted the British Guild of Travel Rights Media Convention to position Sri Lanka as a diverse and compelling destination beyond its traditional image. The convention, held with the participation of industry leaders and stakeholders, was held at a hotel in Colombo recently. The event aimed to highlight Sri Lanka as a sustainable and immersive travel experience with off-the-beaten path destinations. As part of the program, a group of 34 accredited British journalists explored Sri Lanka from 13th to 23rd May, curating experiences under the themes Heritage and Culture, Adventure and Nature, and The Road Less Travelled. The delegation journeyed across the island, engaging in cave meditation, wildlife encounters, cultural immersion, and sampling authentic Sri Lankan cuisine. During the evening, Sri Lanka Tourism Chairman Buddhika Hewawasam and Director of Marketing Dushan Wickramasuriya extended heartfelt appreciation to the guests, partners and contributors.
We welcome all of you to Sri Lanka. Actually, this is not the welcome. Welcome is being happened some time back. And you traveled all over this country and enjoyed the particular country. And this is actually a great honor for us. You being here after so much of discussion, so much of time period. I remember I met Chris at last WTM, and in that discussion became fruitful within few months of time. Now it was last November, so we made it at least in this May. So it is a great pleasure for us to have you all here because your voice is being what is being heard.
I like this one, mesmerizing, out of this world. And some people were getting really emotional when they were talking about your country, when they were giving me these words. It lights me up. It's heart on the sleeve, smiles, obviously, you know about the smiles. And it opened my eyes. I could have gone on with a list that was like this, but I think that gives you an impression of what it's like for us. It is an amazing country. And I've never been here before. And I remember coming as we approached the airport, I suddenly felt really excited. And that excitement has not left for the last 10 days.
Visiting Chinese Commerce Minister Wang Wentao and President Anurakumar Dissanayake held a high-level discussion focused on the growing interest of Chinese investors in Sri Lanka and the country's ongoing economy. The discussion was held at the Presidential Secretariat along with the ministers, secretaries and the other officials recently. Visiting Chinese Commerce Minister Wang Wentao expressing a surge in investor interest towards Sri Lanka. The minister pointed that the political and economic stability along with a clear policy direction as key factors attracting Chinese investors. Minister Wang noted that his visit, accompanied by over 100 Chinese investors, underscores China's strong commitment to deepening economic cooperation between the two countries. During the high-level discussions, both sides emphasized the importance of joint efforts to achieve mutually beneficial trade and economic objectives, particularly at a time of the global economic uncertainty. A key focus of the visit was reviewing progress on agreements made during President Dissanayaka's recent official trip to China. Talks also addressed the need for timely completion of ongoing Chinese-backed development projects in Sri Lanka and the swift rollout of proposed new initiatives. Stay tuned, we'll be right back after this short commercial break. Welcome back after the break. Sri Lanka's Foreign Secretary Aruni Ranaraja and her Bhutanese counterpart Pema Chodon explored ways to enhance education, human resources, connectivity, trade, climate change and tourism ties between the two nations. The discussions were held as part of the second session of bilateral political consultations in Thimphu, Nepal earlier this week. Discussions also explored current developments in regional and multilateral fora. Secretary Ranaraja also met with Bhutanese Prime Minister Leonchen Dagbo Therrin Togbe and Minister of Foreign Affairs Leonpo Dien Dungyel to discuss measures for deepening bilateral ties. Other meetings with Bhutanese officials emphasized collaboration in education, health and civil service reforms. The talks underscored the shared commitment to promoting mutual interests and tackling common challenges while celebrating a relationship rooted in Buddhist values and cooperation. The ambassador of the Republic of Korea to Sri Lanka, Myeon Lee, visited the Hambantota International Port to explore investment opportunities and assess its operational capabilities for Korean trade and business collaborations recently. Ambassador Lee was accompanied by Deputy Head of Mission Yoon Ji-kang and researcher Ming Woo Jo. The delegation toured the port and was briefed on its strategic infrastructure, ongoing developments and the investment-ready industrial park. Discussions during the visit focused on the potential for Korean companies to leverage HIP as a gateway for regional trade and manufacturing. The Hambantota International Port Group invited Korean investors to partner in future ventures within the port's expanding industrial ecosystem. An awareness workshop on the Fair Trade certification process organized by the Sri Lanka Export Development Board in partnership with Fair Trade Network of Asia and Pacific Producers and the World Fair Trade Organization was held in Kandy recently. The workshop focused on educating participants about the Fair Trade certification process, its requirements and the benefits, assessing global markets through ethical practices. Expert representatives from Fairtrade NAPP and WFTO provided insights on the certification process and shared practical experiences relating to market opportunities. The sessions offered clarity on challenges faced by local producers in achieving fair trade compliance, inspiring participants to adopt sustainable practices. Stay tuned, we'll be right back with the stock updates. Welcome back after the break. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a positive note today. The all-share price index gained by 39.26 to close at 16,854.86, and the S&P SL20 gained by 18.30 to close at 4,981.57. The turnover was over 5.1 billion rupees and over 210 million shares were traded. Up next are forex rates. That's all we have for tonight. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Have a great weekend. Take care. Good night.